Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So some of you guys have asked, am I getting the new Sony devices, the XA2 and the XA2 Ultra? Well, if you remember in my coverage from CES, I did tell you guys that I was going to pick them up. However, not at the expense of paying $450 plus tax, which comes to almost $500 for me. And then on the smaller one, it comes to like $389 or something like that. So that's almost $400. So either $400 or $500 out the door for me. That's a lot of money. So you guys asked me, are you picking it up? The plan is yes, but I'm going to have to wait for some promotional pricing, because when I start to see pricing like that, I get into the mindset of, okay, this is getting close to OnePlus 5T territory. And OnePlus 5T is a great benchmark for me because it's $499 for that phone, and it is packing some power. I mean, it's packing some serious specs. So, and you got the BlackBerry Motion, you know, you've got the BlackBerry Key 1, you've got nearly all of the Motorola devices are right in that territory. And you got to ask yourself, do I want to go with Sony or do I want to go with some of these other phones? And it's a personal choice. Now, personally, I would not spend $450 plus tax on the XA2 Ultra. No way. I would just go ahead and spend an extra $50 and get the OnePlus 5T in black. Or $100 more and get the one in the lava red or whatever, or just get the white. I would just, that teeters too close to flagship territory. And then when it comes to the Motorola devices, the Sony devices are nice, but they don't compare when it comes to things like cameras, and you know, they compare, but the pricing isn't warranted, because you got to ask yourself, am I going to go ahead and give up an additional $200 or $300 to Sony when I can get the Moto E4 or the E4 Plus? You can have both of those phones for $150, you know, less than $200 for both, and the cameras are great on them. In fact, this is the rear camera of the Moto E4. I decided to go ahead and just throw it on the tripod and give you a sample of what I'm talking about. The Sony cameras are beautiful, and I'm not saying that the Motorola cameras are better, but what I'm saying is the Sony cameras aren't $200 to $300 better. Get it? Now, I've used the Sony Xperia XA2 Ultra and the XA2, and they're fantastic. I just can't see the price, and a lot of you guys are popping messages in my inbox saying, Jay, are you going to get it? Jay, are you going to get it? And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm just really patient. I'm patient enough to wait and grab it at a much better price. I don't need to be the first one to get it when it comes. And that's not just Sony. That's any of the phones. I get them. Some phones I get them at launch because they're available, and I know that the price isn't going to go down anytime soon. But I learned a hard lesson from LG, and I learned a hard lesson from Motorola. If you can exhibit some patience, and Sony is the same way. They will, Best Buy will drop the price of those phones, and so will Amazon, or whoever else is selling them, or you'll find them on eBay. You can find them in places for $75 to $100 less, and even at that point, it's still kind of like, you know. But the quality of Sony phones, fantastic. Love them. They're great. My XA Ultra, the first edition of it, is fantastic. However, you know, it was a pricey phone at launch too. Most of the Sony phones cost, and the fact that Sony has the audacity to not put fingerprints on them, and this is their first time doing it, and boy, they did it. They put a fingerprint reader, they changed over to Snapdragon processor, you know, they put dual cameras on the big version of it, but they still have these huge bezels. It's a big phone, and you ask yourself, is that what you want to carry around in your pocket? The small one, though, the small one is hot. You know, it's very doable for the pocket. Great rear camera. Everything's the same, except you don't get the dual cameras on the front, and you get a smaller battery. Other than that, those are pretty much the same phones, the big one and the small one. What do you guys think about the pricing of the Sony Xperia XA2 and the XA2 Ultra? You think they're overpriced? I do. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. I will not be spending close to $500 or close to $400 on these phones. So when you do see them on my channel, I'll be definitely saying to you, I got these at a much lower cost. You know, I saved $100. There was some promo going on, something. I just don't think that they're worth those prices right now. When you've got so many other great phones out there with faster processors or completely stock Android, they're going to perform just as well, if not better. So it's your man Jay Will. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.